Welcome to the Econ Experience. For more than 10 years, the Econ Sales and Product Configurator has served as an ideal choice for businesses that use Microsoft Dynamics NAV ERP. In this movie, we'll be following Mark, a sales rep, as he configures a product for a sales order. He'll be using Econ and taking advantage of full integration with Microsoft Dynamics NAV. As a native part of Dynamics NAV, to create an order with a bill of materials, or BOM, and routing. Mark has received an order from a customer that lets him select existing items, but he also needs to create new items in NAV with a new BOM and routing. Let's start by creating a sales order. We first go to Align and enter Edoor. This action opens a form that lets you either select the Econ door model or a template. A template can be defined and stored by a user and helps to quickly quote products for certain markets or customers. The fields marked with a red star are mandatory. The system will not allow a user to save the configuration without making selections for these fields. We select a door model. Information and a picture appears in the list. We can sort information on every column shown and also search using Econ's Find As You Type feature. Let's select a door model with a window. The France model. 4 tabs appear. A tab appears with questions about the window. And of course, we see the Select Door model on the right-hand side. Next step. Mark knows the sizes of the door. We can see which choices are invalid for length, width, and other options because they are crossed out. That's because the list of valid options depends on the model you choose. For example, if we try to choose an invalid length, the red indicator tells us that a configuration with invalid options can't be saved. You can see 2 types of sizes: standard sizes with fixed values and special sizes. Special sizes can be entered as free values. If the height and width do not meet requirements, the field shows the red indicator. Special sizes can also be entered through a template image. First, click this door button to work with the template. Enter dimensions, and then save them so they can be transferred to Econ. Now, Mark can select the details for the window. We'll select the Window tab page. This window is a submodel. It's a product itself. The benefits of working with submodels include speed, easy maintenance, and the ability to configure just the window and reuse it. Now, we'll select a type of glass and check the Special Shape Design box because the customer has a sketch he wants Mark to use for a special design. We can add the sketch as an attachment by clicking the Select File button. The attachment is fully integrated with the standard Dynamics NAV record link. Mark goes to another tab page to set the accessories. We'll select a hinge. No costs or price values show up yet. After we set the number of hinges, costs and price amounts are calculated and shown in real time. If the size of the door is changed to larger values, you may get a message. Please select more hinges for this door. Changing the number of hinges to a smaller value brings up the warning message. If the message is noting an actual error, the user selection is not accepted. Let's select a lock from the drop-down. These items are taken from Dynamics NAV. But let's click Non-Standard Cylinder. The list changes. Non-standard items are taken from an XML data source, which is created based on a spreadsheet from your supplier. This lets you select items for a quote that aren't in your Dynamics NAV system yet, but that your vendor can supply. Now it's time to select a door handle and a sill strip. The sill strip selections appear as radio buttons that display images. Notice the height of the door handle is by default half of the height of the door. Again, we see that prices appear as soon as a selection is made. The Show Hide Costs button makes the unit cost column visible or hidden. This logic can also be driven by user authorizations. After answering the questions in the Accessories area, Mark wants to view a picture of his custom door. We'll select the Drawing Page tab. There's a difference between the graphical representation shown here and the picture shown on the other tab pages. The drawing shown here is a real-time graphical drawing of the door he's configured. If we were to change the color, height, width, and position of the hinges and the height of the door handle, the drawing changes in real time. For now, we'll select special sizes and change the sizes H1, H2, W1, and W2, and you can see again real-time changes in the drawing. Mark's satisfied with his choices and decides to save the configuration. With Econ, you can save a configuration without adding the information to Microsoft Dynamics NAV. This gives users the freedom to save incomplete configurations that they can pick up later and finish. To save, we just click the Save button on the ribbon at the top of the screen. Now, we return to NAV, where the door item ID is entered on the sales line. When we open the item, we see it has a price, a description, extended text, and a BOM and routing. The window item has its own configured BOM and a special window-shaped document attached to the BOM. A few days later, Mark's customer contacts him with a request for additional offerings. Since Mark wants to keep track of all offerings for his customer, we'll use configuration versions. In the sales order, we select the right line and click Copy to a new version. We add a meaningful description for this version and select Configure. Then we can make the changes his customers want and click Save. Let's make another copy. When we finish, we have 3 versions. We select the version we want and click Activate. This version is now the configuration which will be saved and processed in NAV. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to work with a configurator yourself, visit our online demo lab at www.econsolutions.com.